Emma Richardson fixed her dress for the third time. She was really nervous. Her hands were shaking a little as she held her bag. The charity party was really fancy with crystal lights and shiny floors. There were a lot of people from Seattle. They were all dressed up. Emma Richardson thought she made a mistake by coming. Her friend Jennifer talked her into it. The ticket was very expensive. It cost half of what Emma Richardson pays for her apartment every month. The whole night felt like she was pretending to be someone she's not. Emma Richardson did not feel like she fit in. I work at Pierce Technologies as a marketing coordinator, and it pays the bills. It does not pay enough for me to attend fancy parties all the time. I spent a lot of money on this dress, I told myself. It was an idea because I would meet new people. Now I am standing near the staircase, and people are drinking champagne. I feel like I do not belong here. Pierce Technologies is my job. I like it, but sometimes I feel like I am pretending to be someone I am not. Then she saw him, Ryan Mitchell, her ex-boyfriend. He was standing near the bar. His new girlfriend was hanging on his arm. She looked like something he had bought. Ryan Mitchell would be at a place like this. His family owns a lot of property in downtown Seattle. Emma felt sick when Ryan Mitchell saw her. He was looking at her from across the room. Ryan Mitchell had that smile on his face again. It was the smile that used to bother her. She turned around fast because she really needed to find a way out. She almost ran into a man who was standing by the windows that went all the way to the ceiling. The man was really tall. He was wearing a nice charcoal suit that probably cost a lot of money, maybe even more than her car. He had hair and really nice gray eyes that seemed very serious. She could tell he was a person even before he said anything. The man and his gray eyes really got her attention. Emma said, "I am so sorry." And then she made a decision that would change everything. She thought for a short time. Then she said, "Please, I know this sounds really strange, but will you pretend that you know me? My ex-boyfriend is here. I really need him to think that I have moved on from him, that I do not care about my ex-boyfriend anymore, that I am over my ex-boyfriend." The stranger's eyebrows went up a little. I saw a funny look in his eyes. "That depends," he said. His voice was really deep and nice to listen to. It sounded like he was curious. "Have you moved on from the person you were talking about?" I could tell he was waiting to hear what I had to say about it, and if I was still thinking about that. Emma blinked. She was really surprised by the question. Does the answer to this question really matter to anyone? Like, does it actually matter? He said it might be okay. Then he held out his hand. "His name is Dominic. He told me he would help me, but only if I dance with him." The thing is, Dominic has been standing there for 20 minutes, trying to think of a reason not to leave this party. Dominic really does not like this event. He thinks it is tedious. Relief washed over Emma when she took his hand. She felt something when their hands touched. It was like a shock. "Emma," she said, "thank you. You have no idea how much I appreciate what you are doing for me, for Emma." Dominic took Emma to the dance floor. He did it with a lot of confidence and style. One of his hands was on her waist. The other was holding her hand. He was holding it tightly, but gently. The orchestra was playing a romantic song. Emma was really close to Dominic. She was closer than she probably should have been to someone she did not know. Dominic danced smoothly. It seemed like he had been dancing for a time. He was very good at it. The dance floor was where Dominic seemed to be the comfortable. Dominic was dancing with Emma. He was doing a great job. Emma was dancing with Dominic. She felt like she was in good hands with him. Dominic said this softly. His breath was warm against her ear. He wanted to know about her ex-boyfriend. Should he get ready for the ex-boyfriend to cause some trouble? Is the ex-boyfriend the kind of person who will just be upset and stay away from her? Dominic was asking about the ex-boyfriend because he wanted to know what to expect from the ex-boyfriend. Emma couldn't. "Smile," she said. "He is the type of person who likes to confront people. Ryan does not handle it well when people say no to him. We were together for 2 years. Then I ended it with him 6 months ago. I did this because Ryan treated me like something he owned, not like a person. When I broke up with him, he told everyone that I was making a mistake by leaving him. He really did not take the breakup well. Emma thinks that Ryan is still upset about the breakup." "His loss," Dominic said simply, and something in his tone made Emma look up at him. He was watching her with an intensity that had nothing to do with their pretend arrangement. "Anyone who doesn't see your worth doesn't deserve your time," You don't even know me, Emma protested, though her heart was beating faster. I know you're brave enough to approach a complete stranger for help. I know you ended a relationship that wasn't serving you, even though it was probably easier to stay. I know you're trying very hard to look confident when you're actually nervous. His gray eyes held hers. And I know that dancing with you is the most interesting thing that's happened to me in months. Emma felt heat rise in her cheeks. This was supposed to be pretend, a simple favor to save her from embarrassment. But the way Dominic looked at her, the way his hand pressed against her lower back, the way her body seemed to fit perfectly against his, none of it felt like acting. What do you do, Emma? Dominic asked, spinning her smoothly as the music swelled. I work in marketing at Pierce Technologies, she replied. It's a great company, though I've never actually met the CEO. He's famously private, apparently. What about you? Something flickered across Dominic's expression. Gone so quickly, Emma thought she might have imagined it. I work in tech as well. Small world. Before Emma could ask more, Ryan appeared beside them, his face tight with barely concealed anger. Emma, we need to talk. The lady is occupied, Dominic said smoothly, pulling Emma closer in a gesture that was both protective and possessive. His entire demeanor shifted, authority radiating from him in a way that made Ryan take an involuntary step back. This doesn't concern you, Ryan snapped, though his voice lacked its usual confidence. It does when you're interrupting, Dominic replied, his tone pleasant, but edged with steel. I suggest you rejoin your date and let Emma enjoy her evening. Ryan's face flushed red, but something in Dominic's steady gaze made him retreat without another word. Emma watched her ex disappear into the crowd, then looked up at the man still holding her. Thank you, she whispered. That was incredibly kind. It was incredibly easy, Dominic said, and the warmth in his voice made her shiver. Emma, I should tell you something. What? He hesitated, and for the first time that evening, Emma saw uncertainty in his expression. My full name is Dominic Pierce. I'm the CEO of Pierce Technologies. The one you've never met. Emma froze, the words not quite processing. Then they hit her like cold water. Dominic Pierce. The billionaire founder who'd built the company from nothing, who was worth more money than Emma could conceptualize. Who was technically her boss, several levels removed. Oh God, she breathed, trying to step back. But his arms held her gently in place. Please don't run, Dominic said quietly. I know this complicates things, but, Emma, I've been looking for a reason to meet you for 3 months. Ever since I saw you present the Harrison account and realized you were brilliant and funny and completely captivating. Emma's mind reeled. You've known who I was this whole time? Yes, he said. I am sorry. I should have told you away. I wanted to be treated like a normal person for a little while. I wanted someone to look at me and see a man at a party. Not a famous, a lot of money, or a big job. I wanted that for 5 minutes. That was a thing to do. The honesty in his voice, the vulnerability in those gray eyes, kept Emma from pulling away. This is insane. I just danced with my boss. I asked my boss to pretend to be my date. I'm not your direct supervisor, Dominic pointed out. And technically, you asked a stranger for help. I just happened to be that stranger. Emma felt like smiling, which is really weird because everything is going wrong. This is a disaster, she said. Dominic said this in a quiet voice. He was rubbing her back with his thumb, making circles. He wanted Emma to know that this was not about what was happening right now. Emma, please, he said. I want to show you that I am serious about us. I should have asked you out to dinner a time ago. I want to take you out and get to know you. I see the you, not just the person who works with me. I see the woman who loves to read mystery books when she is eating lunch. I see the woman who's kind to the interns and brings them coffee. You are the one who makes every room a place when you walk in. I want to be with that woman, Emma. I want to be with you, Emma's breath caught. She said, you really have been watching Emma. Guilty, he admitted with a slight smile. Is it working? Emma should just say no to Dominic Pierce. She should walk away from him. Save her professional reputation. That is what she needs to do. When she is standing there in Dominic Pierce's arms, Emma feels really alive for the first time in months. This feeling is new for Emma. So Emma says something reckless, the most reckless thing she has ever said to Dominic Pierce. I am going to have one dinner. If this dinner does not go well, I am going to blame the person I am talking to for the dinner entirely. Dominic's smile was really something. He said, I will take responsibility, and then he kissed Emma. It was a soft kiss and a sweet kiss, and it felt like something big was going to happen while the music was playing, and the world was moving. It did not know that everything was different now, Monday morning. It felt too early. Emma was sitting in her car in the Pierce Technologies parking garage. She was holding the steering wheel tightly with her hands as she tried to make her heart stop beating so fast. The weekend was a mix of talking to Dominic on the phone. They had long conversations that went on and on into the early morning. The more they talked, the more she realized that her feelings for Dominic were getting stronger and stronger. It was like her feelings for Dominic were becoming really real. That was a little scary. She was starting to have feelings for Dominic. Today was the day. This was the day of the company meeting where Dominic would tell all the employees that he is the CEO. People found out about this on Friday afternoon before the big party, and Emma's team has been talking about it nonstop. The company meeting is where Dominic will introduce himself as the CEO to all the employees. Everyone at the company wants to meet Dominic because he started the company in his dorm room, and now it is a tech company. People think Dominic is a bit of a mystery, and they want to know more about him. Emma looked at herself in the mirror. In her car, fixing her jacket and taking a deep breath. She had to be professional. Emma needed to be completely professional. Nobody could find out that she had gone to Dominic's apartment on Saturday night talking about the things she wanted to be when she was little and what books she liked to read, or that Dominic had kissed her when she left on Sunday and said that this was not the end of things. Emma had to remember that she was going to see Dominic, and she had to act like nothing had happened between her and Dominic. The conference room was really full when Emma walked in and found a seat near the back next to her colleague Michelle. People were talking quietly, guessing what the CEO would be like because the CEO is very private. The conference room had a lot of energy because everyone was waiting to see what would happen. Emma was sitting near the back with Michelle. They were both waiting to hear from the CEO. Then Dominic walked into the room. Emma's breath caught right in her throat when she saw him. Dominic. He looked really different under the lights in the conference room. The navy suit he was wearing made him seem formal and kind of cold. He walked to the front of the room. Everyone looked at him. He did not have to say anything to get their attention. When his eyes looked around the room, they looked over Emma. It was like he did not even know who Emma was. This made Emma feel bad in a way she did not expect. The conference room lights made everything feel harsh. Emma thought about the man in the navy suit, how he seemed so professional and composed. The man in the navy suit was really good at getting attention without saying a word. Emma felt a pang in her chest when the man in the navy suit did not recognize her. Morning, everyone, Dominic said. His voice was loud and clear, so everyone in the room could hear him. I am Dominic Pierce, he told them. Dominic Pierce wanted to say thank you to everyone for doing such a job every day at the company. This makes the company a good place, Dominic Pierce said. Emma made herself listen to what he was saying. She did not want to think about how his lips had kissed her a few days ago. He was talking about what the company wants to do in the few months. He was talking about ideas and what he wants the company to be like in the future. He was very good at talking. Made her want to work hard. This is what a CEO like him should be like. Emma was really impressed, even though she knows him well. Dominic did not look at her one time during the presentation. He was really patient and funny when he answered questions. He even made jokes that made the whole room laugh. Emma saw a side of Dominic. This was Dominic, the leader. He was the person who had created something amazing from nothing. Dominic was a visionary. He had built something great. When the meeting concluded, employees filed out chattering excitedly about finally meeting the elusive CEO. Emma gathered her things slowly, trying to slip out unnoticed, when she heard his voice behind her. Ms. Richardson, I would like to talk to you for a minute. I need to say something to Ms. Richardson. Can Ms. Richardson listen to me for a while? Emma turned around. Her heart was beating really fast. She saw Dominic standing a ways away from her. He had a look on his face like he was trying to be professional. Some of her colleagues looked back at her with curiosity. Then they just kept walking towards the door. Emma saw that Dominic was still standing there looking at her with that neutral expression on his face. Emma said coarse, "Mr. Pierce?" And she was happy that her voice did not shake. They stood there quietly until the last person walked out and the door closed behind them. The door clicked shut. Then they were alone. At that moment, Dominic's calm face changed a little. His gray eyes became warm. Dominic's eyes, which were gray now, looked warmer. "That was really tough for me," he said in a voice. "I had to pretend that I did not know you, and it was hard not being able to look at you the way I wanted to. Pretending I did not know you was difficult, and not being able to look at you properly was even harder." "You were very convincing," Emma said, still maintaining some distance. "Dominic, we need to talk about this." "Really talk about it." He took a step closer to Emma. He did not touch her. He wanted to respect the space between them, because they were at work. "I have been thinking about this the weekend," he said to Emma. "I do not want to keep what we have a secret. I also do not want to hurt your career or make you feel uncomfortable, Emma." Emma appreciated his consideration. She had been doing her own thinking. People are going to find out about this. When people do, people are going to assume the worst about Emma and him. That Emma slept her way into opportunities. That he is showing Emma favoritism. Dominic said this to me in a tone. "He told me that the work I do is really good, and it shows." Dominic said he looked at my personnel file. "I got promoted every time because I did a job and my bosses said so. They are the ones who told him I should get promoted. The thing is, my bosses do not even know that Dominic knows who I am." Emma said, "You looked at my personnel file." She did not know if she should feel happy about it or a little worried. He said with a smile, "I looked at everything very carefully. I wanted to make Emma that there is no problem with this, that it does not look bad. Emma, I do not want you to hide anything or do something that you do not think is right. I am asking you, Emma, if you want to see where this thing between us goes, even if it is hard to deal with." Emma studied his face, seeing genuine hope and vulnerability there. This wasn't just a powerful CEO looking for a diversion. This was a man who'd been watching her from afar for months, who'd taken a chance by dancing with her, who was willing to navigate the complications because he believed she was worth it. "I have conditions," Emma said finally. Dominic looked at them. "Tell me their names," he said. "I do not want any treatment at work. I do not want any projects that I did not earn. I do not want any promotions that I do not deserve. If we are going to do this, my career advancement at work has to be completely separate from our relationship with each other. My career advancement has to be based on what I do. Work not on our relationship," Dominic said. "I agree away. We have to be careful about this. Not that we are hiding anything. We just need to be careful. I do not want people at the office to talk about me behind my back or wonder if I am doing my job right. We have to think about how the office will react to this and make sure that people do not start gossiping about me or questioning my work at the office. We'll take it slow," Dominic promised. "Private for now until we're both ready to handle the attention. And Emma, if at any point this becomes too much, if it's affecting your work or your peace of mind, we talk about it. Your happiness and your career matter more to me than my own desires." The way Dominic spoke to Emma was really honest. That made her feel safe. She had been protecting herself for a long time after what happened with Ryan. Emma built walls around herself so she would not get hurt again. The thing is, Dominic was not like Ryan at all. Dominic saw Emma as someone who was just as important as he was. He thought her job was important. He was willing to do what she needed him to do. Dominic was different because he actually cared about what Emma wanted. "Okay," Emma said softly. "Let's do this thing. We have to be careful and keep it private. We should really try to do it. The thing is, we just have to do it. So let's try to do this thing and see what happens with the thing." Dominic's smile changed everything about his face. It made him look like a person. He did not look so serious anymore. He said, "I want you to have dinner with me tonight. Let us go somewhere that is quiet. I want us to just be Emma and Dominic, not the employee and the CEO." Emma said that she wanted it, and she finally let herself smile back. Emma was happy to say that she liked the idea, and she smiled at the person she was talking to. Emma felt good about what was happening. He took her hand then. He put it to his lips. This was a sweet thing to do. It was like something people did a time ago. "I promise you, Emma Richardson, I am going to make sure you never regret taking this chance on me." He said this to Emma Richardson. He really meant it. He wanted Emma Richardson to know that he was serious. As Emma left the conference room, her hand still tingling from his kiss, she realized something important. For the first time since Ryan, she wasn't afraid of getting hurt. She was excited about possibilities, about connection, about the future. Dominic Pierce might be a billionaire CEO, but he was also just a man who looked at her like she hung the moon, who valued her mind as much as her beauty, who was willing to navigate complications because he believed in them. Emma thought to herself, this is really something. She went back to her desk. She had a secret smile on her face. This was worth taking a chance. On the risk was okay because Emma thought it was worth it. 6 months later, when they finally went public with their relationship, the office gossip lasted exactly 1 week before everyone moved on to more interesting topics. Emma's next promotion came through her own hard work on a campaign that increased company revenue by 30%. And Dominic proposed on the anniversary of the night she'd asked him to dance, proving that sometimes the best love stories start with a desperate request and a willing stranger.
Hello guys, thank you so much for watching the whole story. We are very pleased that you people are coming to our channel and watching all of our stories. Please subscribe our channel if you like this story. Click the thumbs up button if you want us to upload more videos like this. Thank you so much for coming to our channel.